And welcome, Hoosier Nation, to another edition of the Hoosier Sound-Off, recorded on Monday afternoon of November 18th, 2019. I am your host, Matthew Lukens, and I am here for your quick roundup of IU sports news. This past Saturday, the Hoosiers improved to 4-0, easily disposing of the Troy Trojans 100-62. It was a coast-to-coast victory for the men's Hoosiers in a dominating fashion. The team was led by co-Big Ten Freshman of the Week, Trace Jackson-Davis, who had 17 points and 14 rebounds. Justin Smith had a team-high 22 points, continuing his early season dominance of smaller and less athletic opponents. Looking forward on the schedule, the Hoosiers host Princeton and their famous Princeton offensive system on Wednesday night in Assembly Hall. Look for strong performances from the two aforementioned players, as well as contributions from Devontae Green and Rob Finney, both of whom are returning from early season injuries and illnesses. The Lady Hoosiers are off to an amazing start to their season. Currently ranked number 18 in the latest AP poll released, this marks the highest ranking in the history of the program. This is no small feat for Coach Morin and her surging squad. They easily handled Jackson State on Sunday afternoon, with a final score being 91-51 in favor of the Lady Hoosiers. The Lady Hoosiers, just like the men's team, were led by freshman standout in Mackenzie Holmes, who had 15 points and 7 rebounds from the center position. Of course, the Hoosiers also had a standout contribution from their senior leader, Allie Patberg, the point guard, who notched 13 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds in an all-around performance. The Lady Hoosiers play the University of Florida in Gainesville on Friday and have a huge week looming next week. Make sure to come back next Hoosier Sound-Off to learn more. In men's soccer, the Hoosiers beat the Michigan Wolverines in a penalty shootout on Sunday to secure a season sweep of the Big Ten. The number 1 seeded Hoosiers handled business in the regular season and pulled through in the clutch to secure their second title in this year with the Big Ten Tournament. Joshua Penn scored the winning penalty for the side that lost 10 out of 11 starters from last year's squad. The quest for 9 continues for the Hoosiers, who will be a 5th overall seed in this year's men's NCAA soccer tournament. This accomplishes the Hoosiers' wishes of a first-round bye and 2 home games. Look for the Hoosiers, whose first game is November 24th, against the winner of the local foes, University of Kentucky and Loyola Chicago. Finally, the Hoosiers football program went into Happy Valley and put on an admirable performance against the top 10 Nittany Lions. The Hoosiers went into the game 14-point road underdogs according to odds makers. The Hoosiers came close, but eventually came up short 34-27 to Penn State. The Hoosiers quarterback Peyton Ramsey had a great day, going 31 of 41 for 371 yards, 1 touchdown, also adding 31 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Other than Ramsey, though, the Hoosiers couldn't get much going on the ground against one of the top run defenses in the country in Penn State. Ty Freifogel also had a big game. He had 131 yards on 5 receptions and 1 touchdown. Continuing with receiving, freshman David Ellis had a big game in place for the injured Watt Fillier. Ellis had 85 yards on 8 receptions and helped the Hoosiers attempt a comeback from a late 14-point deficit. The Hoosiers will be in action next Saturday against division rivals Michigan. Look forward to the Hoosiers having a close and well-fought game against the Wolverines. Remember to watch us live Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. or subscribe to our podcast, The Hoosier Sound, wherever you listen to podcasts. If you'd like the transcript and links mentioned in today's show, head over to indianahq.com to check them out. In addition to all their insightful articles, I have to admit, you gotta go over and check them out. Make sure to look out for the next edition of the Hoosier Sound-Off. But, as always, thank you for listening, Hoosier Nation, and we'll see you next time.